Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Subrata Sarkar. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since last 22 years. Today I'll discuss one of the most futuristic topic, that is artificial intelligence. We all are aware of the word intelligence. In a simple way, if you like to understand what is intelligence, intelligence is, your behavior, your acts, your thought process in different changing situation. It is not that what you are fed at, you will do that one. That is not intelligence. So there is something which created at that particular moment to give the best result. That is, intelligence. Earlier, the many of us know about the robotics. Now, robots are basically an earlier, like decades back, actually, some machine or equipment which are programmed and that will work as per the program, and if there is a change in the environment or the situation, robot will not function properly or it will not give the desired output. Now the technology has forward a lot, and there's a lot of improvement has happened. Now the robotics and other things are developed in such a way, actually they have got a lot of intelligence. Actually there are many things which are not given to them, fed into the program, but depending on the situation they are they are able to act and react and behave differently, which is needed and desired. So that is actually artificial intelligence in a simple way. Now if we go by definition, what is actually artificial intelligence? There are two approach. One is a very theoretical or scientific approach. One is a engineering or practical approach. Now, in scientific approach is a build system that can think like human, or build system that can work or act like human. That is artificial intelligence. And engineering approach is build system that think rationally and build system that acts rationally. Now, if we there is a there's a process, a four quadrant method of artificial intelligence, like thought, behavior, and human and rational. Then you can find there's the this third quadrant, that is system that acts like a human. This basically this artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is going to this is a second level of human, up to a certain you can say certain constraint. So now there is a question: when artificial intelligence and robots is coming with intelligence, so how, whether then where will the place for the human actually? Like a robot will they take over a human, or what actually? Like artificial intelligence, where this is going to actually? Now at this moment, if you say a robot to make a artistic drawing, a robot cannot make it. And a lot of things actually, where there is a creativity, robot cannot do that, which human can do it. So robot is far behind that than human. And if we simple way, like will artificial intelligence or highest level of robot can replace human in a single word? No, actually, because human is created robot actually, or artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence cannot take over human, but it is obviously the highest level of this scientific innovation and engineering, this contribution to the world, so that there are a lot of things will be this very effective, very accurate, very safely, and with very high level of security. That is artificial intelligence is going to take actually. Now AI applications are, there is a there's a bioinformatics application, there is a text classification, there is a video image classification, there are music composition, picture drawings, etc., engineering drawings, etc., the natural language processing, perception. There are a lot of things actually which artificial intelligence can take it up. Now artificial intelligence basically carried by robo actually. Now if you have an understanding of the like which are the countries, how much robo they are using, so they are actually basically towards implementation of artificial intelligence in that directions actually. You can see here in this picture there is a graph actually, bar chart, which shows 10,000 worker, number of robo per 10,000 worker. It is highest in Japan, that is 295 robo per 10,000 worker in Japan, and in India is nowhere actually in this counting. And followed by Singapore. Singapore is the second user of robo by number, actually percentage, you can say. And this artificial intelligence will be using by every industry, actually. It's for education industry, internet, media, finance, defense. In defense, there are a lot of activities today human are doing, and they are sacrificing their human life actually for doing these activities, which is not actually deserved. Now this there are a lot of quality and different level of robo devices is developed which can do a lot of the war and defense activity, like better than some cases than human even. And so obviously there is no the safety is no issue for the human at that subject. Now even you can see here one of the example, like the way different industries are developing this artificial intelligence. It is already in process of application and implementation in many industry. Here is one example of this healthcare industry. You can see in 2014 the healthcare industry, the acquisition of artificial intelligence was only 600 million US dollar, which is projected in 2021 is 6.65 this billion USD. So it is a huge actually. Now what is the reason actually that there are different countries that started using artificial intelligence? If they don't use, what will be the consequences, and why they're using actually? Basically, all competitors are providing your business different offer with artificial intelligence, so you have to also give it. And artificial intelligence take your business in different directions. You are able to get different new market actually for that. And the competitive like if your competitor are using and offering artificial intelligence product, so you also have to do that. So that's why there is a trend to start implementing this artificial intelligence in different industry. And it's not that artificial intelligence implementations is always costly. Long term, it is beneficial. Here you can see I'll discuss 10 points. While there are a lot of benefits, like in robotic assisted surgery. Now, though, in medical industry, there are a lot of surgeries doing by robo. So there is a guaranteed quality actually, and which accuracy is much more than the human. So there it can be said that 40 billion US dollar can be saved with the robotic, because these fees of the doctors are very high and every operation they're taking fees. Now when you are installing robo for the surgery, so robo will not take any fees. So obviously that the way we are highly paying the human, and if we replace this high skill and quality of the human with the different intelligent robo actually, so a lot of cost will be saving, like virtual nursing assistant that in that sector also. And there is an administrative workflow assistant, and then there's a fraud detection, that is security. Here this artificial intelligence will work with a guarantee of 100.00%. And there are many other a lot of areas actually where artificial intelligence, if you can implement, maybe at the beginning the capital expenditure will be there, but in long term your recurring expenditure will be very this is almost negative actually, rather than some maintenance cost, etc. Now so there are limitations of artificial intelligence. But a point is, like, the way it has improved and reaches up to this much, so these limitations will obviously overcome in near future. But still, as on date, what are the limitations? Let's have some discussion. Like, it's not widely used and tested today actually in different areas where it is not yet used, and there's a limited and relatively narrow problem solving capacity. So day by day obviously it will be improving depending on the requirement. It will actually, now it cannot readily deal with the mixed technology. Suppose you have very low grade technology and you are immediately incorporating some artificial intelligence equipment, it cannot work actually. There is a mismatch of the technology level. It is difficult to maintain. You need a lot of costly maintenance engineer and technological backups, and may have a different development cost is obviously high. And there is sometimes in many cases there raises ethical and legal problems actually. So if you find this presentation is very much informative and interesting for you, you can share this video with your friends. You can subscribe my channel, YouTube channel, so that you can get these upcoming presentation. Thank you very much for listening.